Welcome to Music Matters Podcast with Darrell Craig Harris, talking about all things music with celebrities, artists, music business insiders, and more. Eva-Lott, how are you doing today in Finland?
I'm very fine, thank you. We have now full winter, and as a matter of fact, we have a storm called Jari that has come for a visit. So, but I think our part is spared. The most snow and storm is in the southern parts.
So, yeah, because you're kind of you're sort of, I guess, central Finland, right?
Yes, on the coast. So near to
Österbottnia, I think.
Yes, Österbottnia. Yes, and the small village where I live, it's called Kronoby, and it's very old. It's from 1607.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
and you're actually too, because a lot of people outside of Finland may not know that we have Finland, and then we have Finnish Finns and Swedish Finns.
Yes.
And you are a Swedish Finn, if I'm correct.
Yes, I am, and that's all. I have studied in Stockholm a long time ago, and I always had to explain myself why my Swedish is so good, because I don't know that's my mother tongue, but I'm glad you're helping with that also.
Yeah, because I kind of, right, because I've been to Finland many times, as you know, and I've actually been to your kind of farm, I guess you would say. Your house is very lovely. Yeah. Really, really beautiful area. So yeah, I just want to kind of explain to folks who don't know that story. So we're here today.
Where I sit is, in fact, it's a stable that we have restorated. So now it's a restaurant, like a catering, and well, people can have parties and weddings, whatever kind of events. And of course, I like to arrange concerts and music events. So
yeah, it's a beautiful place. I love that. I always say it's the place.
It's always fun to have you here. So welcome.
Yeah, I've been there. I think now I've been there maybe 2 or 3 times. It's awesome. Yes. You have amazing food as well.
I like the food. I don't make it, but I eat.
Yeah, me too. I know how to eat food. So we're here today to talk about your new album, Built on Love. It's an amazing album. It was funny because I'm actually playing on one of the songs, Bittersweet Pain, with our friend Charlotta Kerbs on vocals. Yes. And the album is sort of a who's who of not only Finnish musicians and singers, but even beyond that, a really amazing collaboration. Tell me about how you came up with the idea of the album and how you decided to put together with the different musicians and singers.
Yes, thank you for kind words, because this has been, well, it's a long era, because it all started 20 years ago. I got, I think it was 6 lyrics to 6 songs from my sister's son, and this was 3 months before he passed away. So tragically, and I have had these lyrics so many years, and I felt that I really need to, they deserve to be heard. So I have had this trip myself for discovering, and getting to know, because I know now that these songs wouldn't have this kind of expression as they have now, with all these fantastic artists that are on this. And he wrote so beautifully, and simple and deep thoughts, like this piece, the title of the album, Built on Love, that is freedom. Freedom is built on love, and freedom is within your soul. And I think that is very beautiful said. And along this, all these years, well, I have gone through many things that have made me who I am, and I will always carry Kim Högnabba, who has written these beautiful lyrics. So he was, by the way, a great fan of Queen and Kiss.
Yeah.
So
me too.
yeah, so I will. I mean, just speaking of his lyrics now with you here, that's going worldwide. It's just amazing, and I really want to give him that honor. He's absolutely worth that because he was the kindest, most funniest person, and I wish that he could have seen all the friends now that appreciate and take these songs to their hearts, because they're moving. And so yeah, but along the way I also found out that I have other songs and other people that could also write from their hearts. So it's kind of, it has been both like a therapy and a process for grief, but also for happiness and to let things out. And music is a fantastic tool for health. And I'm also a music therapist, and I work with older people with dementia, and I use tool as a reminiscence tool. So music, it's a fantastic tool. I wish that all the people who are in governments who decide that we cut from music and culture first, that they would get to know this powerful source.
How important, right? How important it really is. Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because this album has joy and it has melancholy.
Yes.
It has both. And that's for me, I when you asked me to play on the track with Charlotta, I was like, oh, cool. It's a nice tune. It's fun. But then I didn't really know what to expect from the full album. And then when I saw or checked out the link the other day when it got released, I was like, wow, I messaged you and I said, we have to talk on the podcast because it's such a powerful album. And I've already shared it with many folks, as you know, but what was the process putting together all these artists? Because there are amazing artists on this with you.
I'm so happy to have such beautiful friends and talented friends. Like yourself and Charlotta, she is fantastic. Really love her voice and her human being. She's a wonderful person with a wonderful voice. And then Janne Höte, is a music producer and also writes J-pop. Really, he has won he has so many hits in Japan. So. And he has
the production is really stellar. It's world class for sure.
Yes, and he does know, and also with he plays solo guitar in a couple of these also, and it's so both a relief and you can rely on that. And when you just say it, could you add something like this, and you feel, and he just, oh, would it be something like this? And then he just does the magic. And
they make it seem easy, the ones that are really good.
So, and Patrick Lax, fantastic drummer, he also same kind of magic.
Awesome. And are they musicians, are they mostly from Finland, or are they from kind of everywhere?
No, they are from Finland. Yes.
Except for me.
Except for you. Yes.
Yeah.
And in this album, or the song titled Built on Love, I felt that I like to gather people from Kim's family also. So my son, or in fact, all my 3 sons, they sing on this. They sing for freedom. So they're everybody's on that. And then
and freedom on the album, for people when they're checking out the album, that's a kind of a gospel track, right?
It is. Yeah, it's different. And
Charlotta gets to do what she does best in riffing. And,
she symbolizes the love, built on love, and I like her ad libs. She's like a playful love. And the lead vocalist, that is William's boyfriend. William is my middle son.
Oh, okay.
And she appeared to have a wonderful voice. She also sings the lead on the song Memories.
Yeah,
So
a great voice for sure.
yes, and also my son William, who he's also he has such much music in him, and I asked if he would like to try and sing this, and he said sure, why not? And then that was the first time he sang in the microphone.
Wow, that's amazing.
So
Yeah.
and now he's soloist and a lead vocal on Untitled. You should check that
Mm,
song also, and that
yeah.
is also for me very special because there I sing with him. I sing with William, and Kim was William's godfather.
Ah, okay.
So that's
So it's a
another dimension.
connection, yeah.
Yes,
Well, it's nice that you have such a talented family, and also, I mean, like, and also too, you're also playing piano on.
yes, I play piano, and I added yes. I wanted also to dare to. It's kind of when I only there are a few songs when I only there's only piano and my voice. That's very. I know I don't find the word for it in English. It's like.
Mm,
When you leave yourself out because there's no out of pitch tunes, and so it's just
yeah, it's right. Yeah, a natural thing. But you
so
know what?
yeah.
For me, like I like that because it's you feel very connected with your voice, and it feels very authentic. Is kind of the word I would use. And I
Thank
think
you.
the whole album actually feels like that. It feels like it was made with love and a lot of joy. And
I'm so happy to hear that.
And
Yes.
that was the first thing when I was checking it out. I'm
Mm.
like, man, these songs are great. But I mean, the production's great. Everybody, but there's a lot of unique voices. But it all works
Yeah,
together as a complete project, right?
that's so. I'm really happy to hear that, and also at the end in the outro of the Built-in Love, there's also Kim's sister's son, and he's only
Okay.
11 years old. So that is all together in that one. But yes, when you check the album now, which I hope that you do all there, all folks. So don't be afraid to listen to the Swedish songs also.
Yeah. And Swedish, it's actually Swedish is interesting because for some reason, Swedish for me, it's a very lyrical, great uh language for singing. Not, I'm kind of similar to French in a way. The
Mhm.
Finnish language is great, but it's a little harder sound maybe. And Swedish
Yes, it's
is kind of a
harder, but
joyful.
the Finnish is also very beautiful singing when you sing like ballads.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
so it's a yeah. I have discovered that I practice also Finnish, but because need to try it also when living in Finland. So
yeah.
it's
Well,
yeah,
I think
but
it's great that people in Finland speak generally when you're a child. You learn Finnish, Swedish, and English pretty much,
yes,
right?
yeah, it's very. I think you feel connected, and it's like it's a rich thing to adapt to different cultures, and you just don't live like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I for me, like I've always been like that. That's part of the reason why I like coming to Finland because music and the arts in Finland are still considered very important for as a regular part of life. And some other
Mhm,
places in the world, maybe even here in the United States, music is big,
mhm.
but it's a different connection.
Yes,
I think Finns feel very connected to the arts and very connected to
yes, yes.
nature and everything like that.
Mhm.
Who were
That
some of
is
your?
so.
I'm sorry.
No, no, just when you said about nature, it's true because we really need to go and have this space. We go to the forest a lot, at least we that live in the countryside. So it's always a must. I'm to a high sensitive person, so I really need. Though here in the Sable, we have many people coming, and by the way, it's so fantastic to be able to work with people, food, and music. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like in heaven.
and that's your everyday life. So it's almost
Yes,
such a privilege to
and
have that
mhm,
kind of existence, right?
yes, and but on the countryside, so I often go as often I can. I need to have this time just by myself in the forest because it's really it's way too calm and to gain energy.
Yeah.
from it. Mm.
Yeah, I'm the same. I I live in Las Vegas, but we have that's my chef probably coming out. I don't know. but,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, actually, and I live in Las Vegas, but often I go for like the long drives in the desert just to kind of same thing, just to connect and just to kind of put all the everyday stuff out of my mind for a minute because we all have kind of crazy lives, you know.
Yeah.
Who are some of
You're
your
like Santa Claus.
hey, my friend, how are you?
Welcome to the winter.
Hey, it's my chef friend from Finland.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry
Yeah,
for that.
no, it's okay. He's such a good guy, and he well, the first time I ever met you, he made like I think a 5-course lunch, which was amazing.
Yes.
um, one of my great Finnish memories. So tell me, who were some of the people that inspired you musically when you were young? Who were some of the people that you really admired and looked up to?
Oh, that was a very difficult question because I haven't, though I am a musician, I haven't bought maybe 3 records or something yet. But I listen to music, of course, what came on the radio. But I have always had so much music in me. And I thought when I got to school that it was same for everybody else. But I found out that it wasn't. So, but yeah, Mozart, definitely.
Ah,
Yeah, I have a classical background, and I Elvis, of course, but yeah, I don't have any. Michael Jackson, he was my first, maybe the only really like idol.
mm,
I really liked because he was also connected to nature and very so talented.
yeah, a sensitive soul, as we would
Yes,
say.
yes, but
Yeah, it's interesting because you know people every culture is different, and
mhm.
people here would really wonder, you know, what Finns listen to. What I mean, and
Yeah,
obviously a lot of it's even stuff like there's stuff like Beyonce, like we all hear all that stuff.
no,
But the Finnish, yeah, but the Finnish interesting. It's interesting what you guys and I know Elvis actually is a big thing in Finland. People, I know a
yes.
lot of friends that love Elvis in Finland.
Mhm. And also about the harmonics in my soul is definitely more connected to the Finnish than the Swedish because the
Mm.
Finnish is melancholy and we have this what is this
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Slavian Slavist like from Russia and the Baltics that's
Ah, okay.
so it's minor when you go to Sweden it's this dance band it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Yeah, Finnish. I think is
it's not
I
so
say
simple.
the word melancholy, but Finnish
Yeah,
kind of synonymous with that in a way. And then you
yes it
also
is.
have like Sibelius, which is well
Yeah,
known.
of course. Yeah,
Um,
these of
you,
course. Yes, Finland. That is also. It's that is also very. You feel connected to the forest, to the landscape, everything when you hear Sibelius.
mm, we talked a little bit about this. Are you with this new album, Built on Love? Are you planning on doing some live shows or some maybe some touring?
Yes, that's how really I have a vision of doing it like a really big show. Also something that would could tour. But at least I would like to do with also visual parts in it,
Like
like
with video and
yes,
pictures and yeah.
yes. And so I would really like to have, and then maybe a chamber orchestra
Ah,
also, and a choir, and of
yeah.
course all the artists. So that would be really, and I
Yeah,
like
I
the
think
idea of built on love, the idea of spreading that, and of course the song and the gospel, we can say freedom and
mm.
how everything is built on love. So that is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, and those songs, I think all the
I
songs
hope
now.
to have you with me on stage.
Well, hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can do that because I would love to do that. I'd love to play this album live. I think the music is so inspiring. And I think it's great that all these songs are kind of story songs. It feels like
Yeah.
there's a narrative,
Hmm.
you know, which is more than just it's more than just the music.
Yeah.
It's the lyrics, it's everything, right?
Yes. Now, when you mentioned that, I really have to tell about the song called "Be High."
Mm.
The lyrics to that is written from my friend Morten Matbeck, and he got some 30 years ago. He got a virus that in the brain.
Oh, okay.
And it causes epileptical cramps, all kinds of, and he also memory losses. So he doesn't. He remembers people that he met 30 years ago. So
right, yeah.
We had some, and then that song it's like dedicated to his nurse. So Bihai is the name of a woman from Vietnam, and so I think, and that is really happy song, and I helped him. He, of course, he couldn't write as he did before. He's an actor, great musician. He plays guitar and sings, and also, but the ability. But this I tried to or wanted to not let go of the fire inside him. So I wanted him to try to.
It's important. It's important that those people with those challenges, or like you were talking about the memory loss people, which has touched a lot of us in our families. It's important that they still have a voice, right?
Yes, and then that he feel that he is still useful in society. And also with the elderly people, we should not just put them somewhere. They have so much. So we learn from every person we meet, and I think this is important to have this meeting between generations, young and old, to
not lose that connection.
Yes, and with music and writing, and to do creativity.
What's your what would be your advice to young musicians, young artists, about what things that you've learned as far as completing albums, putting this kind of a project all together? What are some of the most important things that you've learned?
I have listen to your intuition and what your heart says, because now I have carried this inside me for 20 years to get this, and I have also developed myself. I started singing. I wouldn't have dared to, doing a solo album or a solo song for maybe 7 years ago. But yes, don't let go of because I think you hear the voice inside you, and it tells you what you really want to do. So and then you should also take the steps towards. So when you have a friend that maybe can help you with something, so don't hesitate to contact, and don't be afraid to contact also people that you think that they wouldn't mind talking to you, because everybody is like a human being. So everybody has been there trying to take these first steps. So don't give up.
Yeah. Sometimes I often say, like, often with musicians or successful artists, they're successful because maybe they aren't the most talented or the best player or the best whatever, but oftentimes they're successful because they're persistent and they never give up.
And there's always someone that wants to hear what you have to say, and that love your voice and your way of expressing with your bass, with your guitar and piano. So yes.
Yeah, and finding your own voice too, right? Because we all have a lot of things coming at us and different influences, but it's finding your own authentic voice is important.
Yeah, it's incredible how much you didn't know that you can do just with your voice. So it's
yeah, it's awesome. Everybody, I want to first of all, I want to thank you for joining me. And it's kind of later evening for you there. It's early morning for me here, and I think we're 10 hours time difference.
10 hours.
I would really encourage everybody to please check out Built on Love. It's Eva-Lott Björklund on Apple, on Spotify, on all of the usual streaming.
Yes.
And please check it out because it's a great album. There's a lot of amazing artists and artistry there, and I think it'll touch your soul.
Yes.
And I'm gonna can you tell people how to contact you, because I know you have social media and all that stuff.
Yes, on Facebook and Instagram with my name, Eva-Lott Björklund. And I'm working on my website, but Facebook.
Yeah, and Instagram too, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. And then I'm gonna put all of your links for your contact links on the podcast episode, so everybody can check that out and find you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and if they show up or if they come to Finland, they can show up at your lovely farm.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, and if you who listen happen to be have some duo or trio, so we need musicians. So please contact.
Yeah, because actually, right. Because you actually, it's a venue too. It's a venue and a kind of a restaurant meeting house. So really amazing place and in a really beautiful area.
And I have a really wonderful piano, a Steinway upright from 1939. Same model as John Lennon had, but mine is a bit cheaper. I think his piano is worth $6 million, but when I play some years, maybe it's against some. No,
well, that's an awesome. You've built an awesome place there, and it's the best vibe ever, I would say.
Yes,
so hopefully next time I come to Finland, I'll have to come back up there, and we can meet for lunch. It'd be great.
Yes, and I really hope you say if you just choose one song or two, so please at least. Of course, you should listen to all. You should listen to all songs. But Memories with Sarah and William, that is really beautiful. And of course, this Bittersweet Pain, that is different. It's only voice and bass. So I think we should listen that out. And of course, Untitled. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to play on the album. I'm really honored to do that. And I want everybody to listen to it because it's great. And I'm going to continue to share it and hopefully spread the word. And then maybe spring and summer, we can go play some live shows. That would be really awesome.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have you as a friend.
Likewise.
Looking forward to see you again.
Yes,
and take
likewise.
Care.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Eva. And I hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. Have an awesome day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thanks for joining us, and please consider subscribing to our podcast and follow us on our social media pages for guest announcements.